But I just can't get over it, I'm afraid. So I know lots of you are going to comment on that and say, oh, she's being a snob and all the rest of it. I can't help it. It's just my... Hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire. I'm a flute player from Hull, East Yorkshire in the UK, and it's time for another reaction from me. So just before we get to today's reaction, if you're new around these parts, you are very welcome to check out the rest of my channel. I've got lots more reactions, cover videos, and I also live stream every Sunday playing your favourite tunes. So if you're interested in coming and joining a fabulous community of like-minded folk, then do check that out on my channel page. So today's reaction has been suggested by a couple of people via my reaction suggestion form. So if there's something that you'd like me to react to which features flutes or related flute instruments, then do check out the pinned comment below. So today's track has been suggested by Procopius and William, so thank you both for this. And this is a band that I'm familiar with, but I have to say, well, I've heard of, but I'm not that familiar with their music, and I certainly don't know this track. So the band in question is called Traffic, and the track is called John Barleycorn Must Die. So, some facts on this one for you. Traffic is a group that were very successful in the late 60s, early 70s, and the flute was used a lot in their best-known songs. That was Procopius who gave me that information. Thank you so much. And then I went on to discover from William that Tull also covered this at one point. Now, I'm a big Jethro Tull fan, as many of you know, so that got my attention straight away. So when I did a bit more digging, I discovered that John Barleycorn Must Die is actually an album by Traffic, which was released in 1970. According to Wikipedia, it marked the band's comeback after a brief disbandment and peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Top LPs chart, making it their highest charting album in the US, and it reached number 11 here in the UK. Now, the song itself, interestingly enough, is a traditional song. So it's an English and Scottish folk tune. And apparently the song's protagonist is called John Barleycorn and is a personification of barley and the beer made from it. How interesting. In the song, he suffers indignities, attacks and death that correspond to the various stages of barley cultivation, such as reaping and malting. I'm beginning to see why Ian Anderson might have liked this. Anyway, the song may have had its origins in ancient English or Scottish folklore, with written evidence of the song dating back at least as far as the Elizabethan era. So lots of history to the song itself. Now, some facts on the flute player in question here. So the flute player is Chris Wood, who was a British rock musician and a founding member of the band Traffic, and he was self-taught on flute and saxophone, just like another great flute player I've just mentioned today, and apparently began playing at the age of 15. Now, it was Wood that suggested covering this song after first hearing it on the Watersons album Frost and Fire. So we have him to thank for this for many reasons. Now, sadly, Chris is no longer with us. He suffered a difficult life actually and died of liver disease aged 39 in 1980. So very sad that we didn't get to enjoy his music for very long. But we are about to experience now. I've never heard him play before, so I'm very excited to watch this live version of this track and to find out, folks, if it's flutifull. Here we go.
John Barleycorn must die. They've plowed, they've sown, they harrowed him through clods upon his head. And these 3 men made a solemn vow. John Barleycorn was dead.
Right, apologies folks, I'm going to do that really annoying thing of stopping the track there because there's something that I want to comment on straight away, and I bet lots of you are thinking, yeah, I know exactly what she's going to comment on if you've seen some of my previous reactions. So, I can't help it, I know it's an annoying thing, but his posture... Now, I'm going to get slated for this in the comments, but do you know what? Posture when you're playing is super important for lots of reasons. One, because if you play like this, you're going to have lots of problems with your neck and your muscles and tension here, okay? Which isn't only going to affect you, but it's going to affect the sound. And I have to say, I know the sound in this recording is not great, okay? So there are issues with the mics not being great and set up well and all the rest of it. However, I can just hear from his sound that because his neck is so bent and he's kind of leaning down, and okay, that might be because of where the microphone is, but hey, microphones can move. Because his head is down, that's really restricting here. So it's really restricting the airflow. And unfortunately, that is affecting the sound. So we're getting quite a breathy sound and not a strong sound. Now, I'm not saying that this track needs a full-on kind of classical big beefy sound, because it doesn't. It's a folk track and it wants to be light. But actually, yeah, I just think it's a shame because he clearly can play really nicely, but actually that is having an effect. So I just had to mention that. I'm keen to see if his posture stays the same in the rest of the track. So let's continue. Here we go.
Till the rains from heaven did fall, and little Sir John sprung up his head, and so amazed them all. They've let him stand till midsummer's day, till he looked both pale and wan. And little Sir John's grown a long, long beard, and so become a man. They've hired men with a size so sharp to cut him off at the knee. They've rolled him and tied him by the waist, serving him most barbarously. They've hired men with the sharp pitchforks who pricked into the heart, and the loader he has served him worse than that, for he's bound him to the car. They wheel him around and around a field till they came unto a barn, and there they made a solemn oath on poor John Barleycorn. They've hired men with the crabtree sticks to cut him skin from bone, and the miller he has served him Sir John and the nut brown bull, who the strongest man at last. The huntsman, he can't hunt the butt, nor so loudly to blow his horn. And the tinker, he can't mend kettle nor pots without a little barleycorn.
There we go. So, bit of traffic live for you folks. What a gorgeous, gorgeous track. I really, really like how they've done it. I love the vocal harmonies. Very simple two-part harmony, which is in mostly kind of fourths and fifths, which is a very folky, traditional kind of sound, and it's very tight. So that's beautiful. Just having the tambourine there with the keeping the rhythm going is cool as well. I don't think it needs anything more than that. And I love what he's doing with the flute in terms of the notes. So the little interjections in between the vocals are beautifully done. They're not overdone. They're very subtle. There's lots of stuff in the lower register, which is gorgeous. It's got a kind of bluesy feel as well in terms of what he's playing. Really, really nice flutter tonguing. Really, really fast flutter tonguing, which is really, really hard to do. However, I am going to go back to the posture, I'm afraid. I'm really struggling to get over it. And I'm just dying to kind of take that microphone and lift it up, because if we did that and he was able, he's obviously used to playing like that. If he'd managed to get into the habit of playing with the head up more, then the sound would really open up and he'd have more possibilities. I would doubt whether that he could make that sound any bigger, and like I've said before, I don't think it wants to be a big sound for this track, but there were times when he was playing in the middle register where the sound was almost cracking, which, you know, again, the sound doesn't want to be perfect here. It's folk rock. It wants that edge. But I think there were times when the sound was going and he didn't really want it to, and that's potentially why, because when the posture's like that, there's not enough space and the air can't work, so everything's very restricted. I think he's doing a great job in getting the sound that he's getting. I would really struggle to make that sound with that posture. So I love the playing, I love the notes, I love what he's doing with the track. I think it's beautiful. I think it really, really fits. But I just can't get over it, I'm afraid. So I know lots of you are going to comment on that and say, oh, she's being a snob and all the rest of it. I can't help it. It's just my background. You know, I teach flute. I spend my days trying to help people with all these things, and I just can't get over it. So that is my honest reaction to that track. Thank you so much for bringing it my way. I think it's a beautiful, gorgeous track, and it has enticed me to go away and explore more traffic and more of his playing. And yeah, so let me know what you think to that. Am I overreacting? Am I making too much of it? Should I just shut up about posture? Let me know in the comments down below, and anything else you want to say about this, because yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? And we can learn from each other. Thank you so much for the two who suggested this today. It's been a really great one to listen to. And would I say it's Flutifull? Oh, that's going to be a hard one for me. I'm going to say yes, because I actually love what he's doing with it. I think it could be better. The sound could be better, but I love what he's doing with it. So yeah, it's a cool track, and yeah, I am going to give it the Flutifull thumbs up. So there we go. Right, thank you again for watching, folks. I hope you're going to enjoy some more of my content, and until we meet again, take care and stay Flutifull. Bye for now.